School Louisville boy like Reese Gaines. I know we were cool back then, but things change. Your chick give me brain, my chicken's free range. Reporting live from the five.
Alrighty, welcome back on this Sunday evening to another episode of the Crack Paddles podcast. I am your host, Alex Crum.
Alongside your co-host, Kevin Dong.
Thank you, Kevin. Kevin, how are you on this Sunday evening in early May?
Hey, I'm doing all right. The week must have tired me out because I took one of those Sunday late afternoon, early evening naps, and now I don't even know what century I'm in. So if I say anything weird, that's my mind is in another universe right now.
What time did you doze off?
Oh God, like 6:30, and I woke up at 7:45, and then I was like, I need to eat, and I don't know what's going on. Like, my wife was like reorganizing the whole house, and I felt even worse because I was like, you've been doing all this work, and I've been like passed out. Like,
yeah, that's a dangerous. You get past like 5 p.m. I could do like a 4 to 5:30 nap, but once you get past 6, it's a dangerous game.
Yeah, I just couldn't stay up. I don't know, like just a wave of exhaustion hit me, and it's crazy because my Oura ring told me that I have a sleep debt of 0 hours. So I was actually really proud, but somehow I'm still tired.
Damn, the Oura ring. I need to get one of those things.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, man. Knee's still progressing. I'm still teaching. Not a lot. I mean, the summer, not the summer, but the season of these seasonal jobs of the club that I teach at basically goes from, beginning of November till mid-May. And so most of my members at my club have since flown north. And so there's not a ton of people down here, but it's peaceful and I'm still able to kind of teach. And it is very, very hot down here in South Florida. But I actually think that it's good for my knee. It still feels good. I've been continuing red light therapy and also icing every night, as well as body squats and things like that. So practicing has become fun again for me, which is nice, especially getting ready to go into the MLP stretch. Like I said, practice, for me for the last couple of months hasn't been fun because I've been going at like 50%. So feels like it's hard to work on something to actively get better when you can't go. So I feel good, as healthy as I've felt. I wouldn't say 100% yet, but trending in that direction. So that's good.
That's great. We need to see you at full speed for the summer here.
Yeah, and again, this is the summer nuts in the dirt, Kev. Nuts in the dirt. But so yeah, I'm excited to kind of. I don't really know what to expect from MLP. I just know that I'm going to have being able to practice with the players that are on my team consistently is going to hopefully do wonders for my game because I've never really done that before. All right, PPA release.
Yeah, wait, just quick agenda. All right. We're going to talk about the new show that the PPA released, right?
Yeah,
and
that I was talk about snubbed, maybe rightfully so, but I was done dirty, I'll say that.
We'll get into it. And then we'll talk about Tama and Yuta, who made some incredible runs. Tama double medal, Yuta medaled with Tama in men's doubles. And then we'll talk a little bit about the PPA finals, and then a little bit about the upcoming Philippines trip for me. And that's just want to get the agenda out there so you guys know what's about to hit you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Let's talk about the snub.
All right, let's talk about it. So PPA released their documentary partners. I was at the premiere party. I thought I was going to be included in this documentary a little bit more than I was. And am I salty? Sure. But I get it. So this crew from Shutterstock, they came to Louisville. I probably already said this on the pod before, but they came to Louisville last May. This is after I had beaten Fed, after I had beaten Hayworth, and they spent a full day with me, kind of going through maybe not necessarily a typical day in the life, but as someone who is working full time. So I did a tennis lesson, pickleball session, recorded the Anna Bright song, and then did a sit down interview. I think they were really on board with my storyline of somebody who kind of, who's working full time, wasn't able to practice a lot, has outside hobbies and interests. And I think it would have been a cool storyline. However, the reality is in life and in sport in particular, winning equals relevancy, right? And so I haven't exactly set the world on fire since I signed with PPA Tour. I'm aware of that. I also haven't completely stunk. I mean, before I got injured,
Pre-injury, yeah.
before I got injured, I beat Federico again. I beat Ben Johns. Like, I beat Colin Johns in doubles. So it's not like I totally sucked. Um, so I wasn't expecting to have some featured prominent role in this documentary because, again, winning equals relevancy, and there's much bigger names and brands in the sport than me. With that being said, I thought I would at least be in there in a little bit of a capacity. And I was in there, Kevin. I was in there, but not necessarily in the nicest light. So if you want, you can look. I am in the end credits of the sixth episode, which is the last episode. And yeah, they show me in the recording studio recording my song, and then they cue to my engineer telling me he doesn't like the song. So yeah, they didn't spin your boy in the
after
most.
quite a long pause.
After quite a long, I don't know. He was on something that day.
He was formulating his response.
I mean, look, that song was pretty well received. I think it has like 100,000 views on my Instagram, but lots of positive comments. I don't claim to be Eminem, but I'm pretty good as far as the hobby rapper goes. So yeah, I mean, look, I was just frustrated because it's like, all right, you guys spent the whole day with me. I thought it was a cool storyline, and then they basically make me look like a dork in the end credits, and it's like, all right, thanks guys, appreciate you. But aside from my personal snub, I do think the documentary was very well done. I hope that it succeeds, and I hope that they get renewed. I hope there's a season 2. Yeah, I mean, at the end of episode 6, it sort of implies that there will be a season 2, but I know for a fact that there's no filming that's going on. I know they've cleared a million videos on YouTube.
Maybe with the Apollo Sports investment of like the 225 million, then
sure.
With maybe some of that can go into a partner season 2, and they're going to use the footage from season 1 that never made it for your arc.
I don't even know.
They're going to use that from arc 1, from season 1 to season 2.
I'm just telling you, Kevin. I'm coming for blood next year. Come hell or high water, I'm coming for blood. I may not get blood, but I'll be coming for it. I'm coming for that crew. I'm coming for everybody.
You're going to put your fin out there in the water, and you're going to be hunting. I'm
hunting. So anyway, there was that. I was not expecting to be a prominent figure. I just didn't expect to be made. I had a great day with the crew. I thought they were my buddies. And then there's me looking like a loser at the end of episode 6. That's fine.
That's reality TV.
That's reality TV, baby.
You're not in the editing room. You lose all your power.
That's showbiz, baby. Yeah. Well, and the director is like friends with my cousin. I'm like, bro, come on, keep it in the family, man. But anyway, no, it's a very well done documentary, and I hope it succeeds. And when I become number 1 in the world next year, and they ask me to be in season 2, maybe I'll say yes, maybe I'll say no, Kevin. So there's that.
I love it.
Anyway, all right, let's talk about the man of the hour, Tama Shimabukuro. I think that's how you say it.
Tama time. Oh, he's on the rise.
Tama time.
In a few episodes ago, we covered that he triple medaled at a PPA Challenger, and all of a sudden he double medals at the normal PPA tournament as well. So, hats off to him, right? Because he triple medaled in a Challenger. A few weeks before this performance.
Out of Newport or something. Yeah, no, man. I mean, it was Tama time. He's a stud. Singles. He's everything that he was built to be. In singles, he beat Hunter. He beat Fed before getting smoked by Chris, which everyone's getting smoked by Chris right now. So I knew that's just a bad matchup stylistically for
a little
Tama.
bit of a reach disadvantage there.
Yeah, reach and just pace, relentless pace from Chris. So no, he's a real deal, man. I mean, he's pretty unorthodox. But it's fun to watch because he is, again, that next generation that, grew up playing pickleball. He doesn't have a tennis background from what I know, and it doesn't look like he has the tennis background.
He was a skateboarder. That's what he was. Yeah, and I feel like his he is very stable, and his footwork is very clean. But I haven't watched as much as I would like to. But it seems like a lot of these younger pickleball players that are getting really good, I feel like their thirds, their drops and stuff are just so rock solid. And it was I felt like watching Tama, if he was hitting a third, like they were getting to the kitchen line. It was like it's just like he's just gonna place it there, and it's gonna be a good drop like 90+% of the time, like more so than anyone, like someone with a tennis background per se.
Yeah,
But
super consistent drops, like super smooth in transition. And then again, I've talked about this a little bit as like something that I like wish that I had that I don't yet. And that's the quiet feet at the kitchen line. Like I get in a hands battle and I start doing the Irish step dance. Like dude doesn't move. These guys don't move. Like you watch, I mean, I think Tama's better than Will McKinnon, but like we talked about Will McKinnon before, like they get into these hands battles and they're so it's all you don't want to be flailing about like a mongoose. Like you want to be quiet, watching the ball, keeping your hands out in front. Like his feet don't move. It's crazy.
dude, Yuta might be the. I know we were talking about Tama, but Yuta might be the hands god. Like, because part of.
Yeah, it's like boom, boom, boom. He flips it over. Like it's
I'm
crazy.
gonna grab my paddle. Second. Part of oh god, hold on, let me freeze the camera. Sorry, if you're on Spotify, the video's on YouTube. Part of Yuta's like hand speed, I feel like is like partly yes, he's got really 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 fast hands, but part of it is like how are you supposed to read like a normal backhand's like this? He is like all over the place. Like this paddle is not in a normal position, and he's like obliterating from a completely different angle than you ever are used to like reading.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how you, like the wrist strength is like fantastic.
Right. Normally it's like here and just like get down, and he is like he's got it flipped. So I don't even know. I don't understand like how he like pancakes that. I guess it's more like he pancakes. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
I'm
I mean,
lost. I'm confused.
No, they're a super fun team. And they just actually won the 500 level tournament out there in San Clemente. So obviously
Adding to the medal count.
not a fluke, but yeah, no. I mean, again, going back to Tama, like he, aside from his insane level of talent, he's just kind of he's a chill little dude, man. He's a cerebral cat. He doesn't seem to get overwhelmed. I mean, he's a kid, so he's not like. But he doesn't get frustrated. You don't really see him celebrate much. He's just very cerebral out there. Kind of like a Goins. Goins is kind of similar in that way, but he's a little more fiery. Tama just, he gave the shoulder shrug a couple times, but, super fun to watch. And obviously, you're going to see more and more players that look like him, that play like him, that have these guys they're so deceptive with a lot of their speed ups. And their IQ, their pickleball IQ is just so good,
I do feel like Tama's wrist is like so like fluid, like when he's like hunting for a flick or when he's like holding a forehand dink. It's just like I have no idea what's going on with his wrist. It's just like so loose, and like anything's gonna just like fast twitch. Oh, something happens, or just like oh, okay, he's just hitting a normal dink,
or he rolls you off the court,
Right. I will say, Coach BMAC from Cincinnati. He said he was watching some film and he was like, name another pro that does this super often. Like who short hops a ton of dinks? Or I guess I don't know. Like Connor Garnett.
He does it with two hands every time.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So that was the thing that he brought up was like Tama short hops so many two-hand backhand dinks, and I was like trying to like picture it, and then I watched it, and then I was like, huh, like, because I was like, wait, I feel like I short hop two-hand backhand dinks, and it's normally like, yeah, I was like, so, but I will say, after watching Tama do it, I was like, oh, like his are definitely more graceful than mine. Like, yeah. I just like get my butt as low as possible, just put my two hands right by the ball and bunt it, which normally works out, but. Yeah, Tama is just like he's like so stable. Like going back to like his efficient like footwork and like quiet feet. Like it's basically like okay, if he's gonna get rolled out, nope, like short hop, just like completely take all the angle away from what you were doing and just short hop. Like so, I don't know. That was an interesting observation. I was like, is that gonna become more normal across like like everyone's doing it, or is it just like a handful of people? And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I've
an
never seen
interesting
you short hop a
observation.
backhand dink in my life. So
No, but I probably should because I take a step back and drag the left leg back, and then you got to rush back up to the line. So Garnett does it really well. Actually, he short hops two-handed backhand. You'll
I
very
can
rarely
picture
see
that.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he
makes
just sort
sense.
of blocks it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun to see somebody that young and that talented. You got him, Cam Chafin, the girls, Elsie, and there's a couple other ones that are pretty fun to watch. Kaylin Campbell's only 15, even though she doesn't like people forget. Like she looks a lot older than she is, but she's probably the best junior girl player. You're going to see more and more and more of these players come out and really shine. Just again, their IQ. It's just what I've said before. It's like these kids don't think about things that you should be doing. Like you and I have to think and untrain our brains from
Undo habits.
right, from habits that have been accrued over the course of 15, 20 years, whatever it is. Whereas these guys do it without even thinking about it. You know what I mean? So a lot of fun. Obviously, Tama got a lot of love and a lot of publicity. How can you not like him? He's a cool, nice kid, 15 from Hawaii. He's going to be a fan favorite for many years to come. Tama was playing with the boomstick, which is a very, very popular paddle. I'm still with Proton Kevs from Friday. But if you are looking to get a new paddle, you can head over to MidwestRacketsports.com. They are celebrating their anniversary this week. You guys know you can use code CP15. That'll generally get you 15% off sale items. But they're running a lot of specials. I got a message that said certain things on the website are up to 70% off. That's a crazy deal. I know you just got a fresh pair of Mizunos, but we love Midwest. We appreciate all their support. Congratulations on the anniversary. Hop over to MidwestRacketsports.com. Check out all of the deals. And as always, use code CP15. Much love to Midwest.
What was that code again?
CP15.
All right, there you go.
Sorry, one more time. CP15. Put me in the partners
works.
documentary. These snubbed. Absolute snub.
Next time. All right.
That's all right.
So, who put into Tama and Utah's run? Tama got singles silver medal. Lost to Chris Hayworth in the finals. In men's doubles, they got bronze. So in the semifinals, they lost to Roscoe Bellamy and Connor Garnett, who made it to the finals and ended up losing to Ben and Gabe. But I've watched like the post-match interview, and Connor was like, "Oh, you're good." Connor was like smiling like a kid in a candy store, and he was like, "Yeah, like I needed to get to the finals to make the PPA Tour finals for the end of the year." And this was like the last tournament of the tour calendar, right? So that's I wasn't even like sure of like what was going on in that race for the finals because only like the top 8 teams or top 16 doubles players or the top 8 singles players make it to the finals. But I guess Connor like just snuck in from his results in that run. So that's kind of that's actually a fun little like storyline of like, hey, like it literally came down to the wire. And I wonder who he replaced. Like I wonder who got cut out because of that.
Yeah, I don't know that answer, to be honest with you.
I'm going to look it up if you want to.
But yeah, good for Connor. I mean, I'm going to say I actually have no clue.
Wait.
John Trong?
Oh, okay. Number 17 is Jaume, but I think Matt Wright is number 16, and he did not play. So I wonder if Jaume got in still. So the number 18th ranked person is Augie. So I think Augie's the one that got cut out because of that.
Interesting.
Stuff.
But yeah, good for Connor Garnett. I mean, he had some pretty lackluster results, especially in singles, like this entire year. Like he lost in the second and third round quite a few many times. He had a good run in Atlanta, and then this week in pool play, he beat Hayworth and he beat who else did he beat? He beat Hayworth and Sock in consecutive days, which is a pretty tough gauntlet. So, yeah, I like Connor a lot. He's just kind of a quiet guy, goes about his work. He's always super duper fair in terms of his line calls, and yeah, it just seems like a nice dude. So happy to see him have success.
It's funny you say not he hasn't had like a crazy year or anything, but he literally was number 5 in singles.
I know, but a lot of the points where I'm saying if you look from like January on, like
Oh,
the
you mean
last like
2026?
like the
Okay,
last
gotcha.
he like won Utah last year and then and made the finals last year in Atlanta. But like, I know that like there was probably 7 or 8 tournaments in a row where I don't think he made a quarter.
Okay, gotcha.
Or maybe one. I don't know. But pickleball's a funny game, all about confidence. And you see this, one big win or one bad loss can kind of shake you up. And the best players are able to write it off. Somebody like a Federico who's constantly you play so many matches that you just write it off and move on.
Dude, it's got to be tough for Fed because like every time he loses it's a headline like instant like oh
It's
like
been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, I was the first one. Actually, no, I wasn't the first one. Tom Evans was the first person,
oh right
the
I remember that
Aussie,
now.
and I remember Fed with the Adidas paddle, and then mine probably got the most pub because I was like 65-1. Then Cam Chafin. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's always Fed. But the thing is, like
Oh, and then Tama.
Fed, Tama, yeah. But that was yeah. But I mean, that's the thing though. Like Fed, like is more than any other player. I mean, Alshon, I guess, but like Fed never pulls out. Fed never withdraw. Like Fed plays singles every single tournament. Fed plays every single tournament. Like the guy's a
Yeah.
grinder and he's in incredible shape, but he plays so many matches and goes far in all three events, like more than anyone other than Alshon.
It's more of a compliment that like it's such big news every time he loses.
Right.
But I feel like as soon as it's match point, like I scroll on Instagram, it's like oh boom, like picture,
Defeats
video,
Daxford.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I know.
there's like 5 posts instantly. Like
I know they're ready. They got it queued up.
yeah.
But
Anyway,
Fed's honestly the man. He's one of my favorite people on tour. But anyway, as far as the tour finals go, I think it's a super cool concept. You know, I think that event in particular, especially like once everybody's on the same prize money grid, like, and you can actually, say what players are playing for, like, all right, they're playing this match for 30K. Okay. It becomes more interesting for the viewer. I think that'll make the event even bigger. San Clemente loves pickleball, so the crowds are always big. They had another primetime slot on Fox. Hope that did well because those are like super important as far as getting a TV deal done. As far as the results go, it was pretty chalky. Like I said, in pool play, you had some interesting results, but Ben and Anna Lee won. Anna Lee and Anna Bright won. Kate Fahey won because there was no Anna Lee in singles, and Hayworth beat Goins in the final pretty bad. So it's pretty chalky all the way around. But now there's a,
wait, Goins got
almost-
to the finals though. That I feel like that's breaking chalk. The seeding.
Yeah. I was just talking about the
The
winner.
actual winner. Okay.
Yeah, Johnny G, Luch, my boy, he beat Hunter, and then yesterday he beat Garnett. So Luch is the man, super talented, and honestly, I'm super high on his doubles game. Some of the shots he has are crazy. Like he's so lanky and so. He did have a tennis background. Like he was a pretty high level junior tennis player, but like I think he's going to be a top 10 doubles player on the PPA like fairly soon, personally. So
Well,
anyway, that's that. Congrats to all the winners. Kev, you want to talk about your big trip coming up here?
sure. So I am going to the Philippines, and I will be sporting my my Friday or Pro and my center line. Which, by the way, I don't think I talked about this, but the center line sent like their new like I have it. It's like a little like quarter zip. It's inside out. A little quarter zip, and then they had like a little hoodie. It is like super super soft. On the way to China and on the way back, we had these long like 12 to 15, 16-hour flights. Maggie and I were just chilling in these little like hoodies and quarter zips. I'm planning on rocking that all the way to the Philippines, and if you do want to support Centerline and myself, then you could use code Kevin Dong for a little 30% off and get some super soft outerwear, or you can get the shirts and the shorts as well. So, quick little plug for them right there. But I do love my Centerline. Okay, travel to the Philippines is gonna be crazy. So there's gonna be events Saturday until the next Saturday. So what is that? It's the 16th until the 23rd. There's events in the Philippines. I'm going to basically start in Manila and then like island hop to a bunch of different islands. And originally I was told like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. we're doing events, and then my plan was to work for 4 hours and then go to sleep and repeat. And I was like, all right, that's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be worth it. Now the plan is mostly events in the evenings, which helps big time. Because basically I'll go to the events in the evenings. I'll work for 4 hours in the middle of the night, and then I get to sleep in, and then travel to the next island like during the day. So I'm pumped for that. I will have more energy than before as long as I can stave off all the jet lag as best I can. And yeah, it's gonna be a ton of fun getting to meet people. Friday's calling it like the Auras tour. They have like a shirt kind of mimicking T Swift's Eras tour merch and stuff. And I made it to one of the squares. You know, my face is on one of the squares, so that was exciting. It's like, wow, like feels so official. You know, like and if you guys haven't heard of like Friday Pickleball before this, like they started as more of like an amateur or recreational focused brand, just trying to get like affordable paddles into as many people's hands as possible. They do a lot of like comedy and skits on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. And like the Friday Aura and Aura Pros, like the Fever and the Friday Aura and the Aura Pro are really like their first launches into like, hey, like we're going to make good paddles that like top players will want to play with.
Is the Aura ever going to get UPA approved?
They're working on it, so it's
got to be close. Yeah, no, I'm sure they'll get it done, but
yeah, and they're working on a long-lasting grit. So I feel like they're doing all the right things to be like ultra competitive in the 2026 paddle market. So, you know, with that in mind, they're saying, okay, well, like we've built this base of like content. Now we're gonna go and build a player base like across the globe. So
smart.
They literally have like a director of Asia, James Lin, who I'm gonna go to the Philippines with. So I think all the main guys like Scott, Isaac, Jake are all gonna be in Manila, and then they're gonna peel off, and I think they're going to Vietnam, and then James, the director of Asia, and I are gonna peel off to all the different islands in the Philippines. So it's gonna be interesting, like taking ferries and whatever across like the from one island to another. Like I'm sure the beaches are gonna be incredible. The people hopefully will speak enough English where it's not
dude,
the
Philippines
too crazy.
Philippines is like all English, bro.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So but yeah, I'm hey, if anyone has food recs, you know, different things that I need to try, would love to hear it. Travel is gonna be crazy though. So Wednesday night after work, I fly to Seattle. I go to a hotel, sleep, work from Seattle. And then after work on Thursday, I hop on a plane immediately and go to Seoul, Korea. And in Seoul, I land at like 5:30 p.m. like Seoul time, which is like early morning in the US. I'm working through the night so that I don't miss any work on Friday. So I'm working like 5:30 or whatever, like in the evening until the wee hours of the morning. And then I'm hopping on a flight Saturday morning to go to Manila to catch the first event. Like,
how far is the flight from Manila to Seoul to Manila?
It's like 4 hours. So I'm going to try and sleep as much as I can there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my wife has like this, like she bought this thing for the flight to China that like straps your head like into the headrest, and then like it's a sleep mask across, so you like can't move your head because you know otherwise you're like sleeping like with your neck down.
I'm always like getting hit by because I typically will go for the I used to be a window seat guy, but now I've evolved. I've become an aisle seat guy because I'm like, all right, if I'm on a long flight, I want to get up when I want to get up, like,
right,
you know what I mean? But like I feel like I'm always like getting like ripped by the like the cart coming down, like I'm like, you know what I mean, when the cart's coming down the aisle. So
I see, yeah, like your leg starts spilling out into the
right
aisle.
And then I gotta like, so anyway, that seems like a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be using that as much as I possibly can because I think it's pretty helpful. Like it was a game changer for me having something that kept my head in place because you can still like apply pressure sideways, you just don't move,
right?
Which is pretty nice. Like,
Right.
That's my strategy. Stay well hydrated so the jet lag's not terrible. Try and sleep as much as possible on the plane, and just grind through the work days so that I can get ahead. Honestly, that's actually huge. So.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, I'm stoked for you. Again, I've never met a Filipino I didn't like. I think it's an incredibly welcoming country, and I think you're going to have an awesome time. You're going to be a little tired, but this is the time of your life to do stuff like this, and incredible that pickleball is affording you these sort of opportunities. And I will say, I mean, I think the guys at Friday are brilliant. I think they are smart. I think they're detail oriented, and I haven't really seen any other American companies do this, what they're doing. They seem very calculated, which in this business, when you have so many competitors, I think you have to be. Mm-hmm. And so I think that, going over to these countries and putting boots on the ground gives them a real leg up. And they seem to do things kind of the right way. So again, I think it's just really cool, and happy to see how it turns out. We'll try to do a pod when you're in the Philippines, and I think I'll be at like MLP Dallas by then, but
yeah, hopefully the Wi-Fi is strong.
Yeah, hopefully,
over there. And,
we'll connect you.
Yeah,
connect you guys with what's going on. But I'm stoked for you, dude. It's gonna be sweet.
It'll be fun. Clinics, exhibitions, demo days and whatever. But what do you think about this idea? I haven't pitched this yet, but if we do an exhibition, I'm assuming some of these events are gonna go for hours and hours, and I kind of want to do. If there's a really good player there, okay, yeah, we can do a normal thing. But if it's there's no true 5-0 plus players at a specific club or something, maybe I would love to do 1v2 full court. How many games can Kevin win before keeling over or losing one?
You gonna die in the Philippines, Kevin? Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good idea. You're gonna have to assess the level, see how that jet lag's feeling, and but I think 2-on-1s are always fun.
I feel
that's what Andrea Coop told me I need to do. Just do 2-on-1s against 4-5s because
for mixed doubles or for singles?
For mixed, because I don't know how to play mixed. She's you just need to do that.
Oh, I'm confident I can beat 2 4-5s in a 1v2 full court, even though I'm not a singles guy. Because I don't play it like I'm playing singles. I play it like I'm trying to crash off of a drop for the most part, unless they're hitting really bad returns. But I don't know. I might eat my words. We'll see.
Yeah, dude. When you get in that, it's gonna be 120 degrees, humidity. That ball's gonna be a freaking marshmallow, and you're gonna be forget this.
I'm gonna make it through 3/4 of a game and tap out.
Yeah, exactly. That weather and the balls over there are crazy. I don't know. I know you played in China. I know you played in China briefly, but
China was indoors though. So this is gonna be 95 degrees every day.
Gee, that's crazy, bro. You better bring all your centerline gear, man.
Oh, you better
have nothing but when you go to the Philippines, brother. You better be wearing nothing but dry fit.
Yeah. Gonna be
dry fits everywhere you go.
Yep. So bring as many shirts as possible. You're gonna be doing laundry as much as possible, probably. Actually, that's a challenge. I don't know what the laundry situation is, but we'll see.
You'll figure it out.
I'm just gonna get carted around.
You know what you do? You go find the cleanest river nearby. Then you dunk it in and hope for the best.
Right.
But anyway, all right. Well, I think that about covers it today, Kev. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited to get going with MLP. But we'll talk a little bit more about that later. Thanks for checking in, guys. Like I said, if you want to see me be the star of the new Partners episode, I'm in the credits of episode 6. But in all seriousness, listen, like I said before, man, it's all fuel to the fire, and you know what makes you relevant, Kevin? Winning. So that's what I intend to do.
No more torn meniscus. None of that.
Talk to you soon, guys.
See you next time.
Ciao.
That sucks. Life's tough. Last thing I need is more stuff. It's true. I need a little more time with you and more rose with my lunch. One piece of mind. Sometimes you